We are also learning more about the cyber attack of U.S. government agencies believed to have been backed by Russia. Eamon Javers joins us right now with the latest on this front. And Eamon, this isn't the usual sort of security breach that we hear about.
Yeah, Becky, this is really something else. It's clear now that this is a national security crisis for the United States in terms of these alleged Russian hackers getting access to a host of federal government agencies and also private companies around the country. Take a look at this list now of what we know so far about which agencies have been hacked here, including the Homeland Security Department, State Department, National Institutes of Health, parts of the Pentagon, that according to sources speaking to the New York Times yesterday. I spoke to Dmitry Alperovich, a cybersecurity expert, yesterday about this. He said he's amazed at the scale of what he has seen from these Russian hackers. Here's what he said.
The Russians have had this access going back to March. So for 9 months, they had an opportunity in a stealthy way to access the networks of some of the largest agencies, most important agencies in U.S. government and global institutions as well as big companies. So I expect that we will hear more about some really high value targets.
So the company at the center of all this, Becky, is a company called SolarWinds, and they manufacture sort of IT, network management software that's used as the backbone of a lot of companies and federal government agencies. It's not the kind of software that you hear about as a consumer, but the guys in the IT department know all about this. It's extraordinarily common, and that was the vulnerability, because once the hackers were able to get into that network management software and install a backdoor that went undetected for months, then they were able to jump from there to other systems inside these agencies and inside these companies. It's not at all clear yet exactly what they got, but they've been in there for a long period of time now, and presumably have had time to install other backdoors. So even as cybersecurity experts are cleaning up the initial hack and the initial route in, it's not clear how many other backdoors the hackers have been able to install inside all of these agencies. And what we're trying to figure out now, Becky, is exactly what was stolen. And it could be a matter of years before we understand the full scope of this, because what we're talking about is potentially hundreds of Fortune 500 companies on top of the federal agencies that were hacked as well. So a really damaging intrusion here, and officials are just starting to get their arms around the scope of all this, Becky.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.